Washington, faced with multiple probes, established judicial procedures, and the majesty of the rule of law, the Trump presidency is struggling to survive its full term. In the latest setback on Tuesday, adding to its litany of legal woes, a letter of intent relating to a Moscow real estate project signed by Trump has been uncovered in the face of denials by the president and his aides that there was barely any interest in the venture, much less a signed document relating to it. But the letter of intent to build a Trump Tower in Moscow with a spa named after his daughter Ivanka, signed by "Very truly yours, Donald Trump," revealed on CNN, has shattered the president's already dodgy credibility, coming hours after his attorney Rudy Giuliani made a round of talk shows offering a sketchy defense of his increasingly beleaguered client. Although the existence of the October 2015 letter has no immediate legal consequence, it is seen as a major PR setback given the vehement denials about the Trump's deep interest in the Moscow project, which apparently prompted Russia to throw its support behind his election. However, the greater danger to the Trump dispensation comes not so much from the alleged Russian collusion, but from the states of America, notably New York, whose pursuit of Trump's infractions falls beyond the presidential pardons and immunity that covers federal crimes. Prosecutors such as the New York Attorney General are vigorously investigating alleged criminal conduct by Trump and his family members, and if these are prosecuted and proven, then indictment is inevitable. In fact, there is growing talk that even FBI Special Counsel Robert Mueller investigating Russian interference in the presidential election of 2016 is going down the state crime route, referring felony misdemeanors he is unearthing to state attorneys to get around the federal immunity President Trump claims to enjoy. Mueller himself is said to be preparing sealed indictment to get around any effort to fire him, and the sealed indictment will be known only when Trump demits office. The Trump team's fallback defense in the face of serious legal jeopardy emerging on various fronts is to blame it on a deep state establishment, mostly Democratic in its orientation and consisting of holdovers from the Obama administration and entrenched interest, that they say is out to get them. But the witch hunt claim flies in the face of copies evidence unearthed by the New York AG about the Trump family milking a personal charity for self-aggrandizement, including the president buying a self-portrait for $10,000 and dipping into donations to beautify a fountain in front of Trump Tower in NYC. From all accounts, it turns out that a president who promised to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. and hire the best people to work in his team entertained grifters such as disgraced, and since fired, National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke, who enriched themselves illegally, even as Trump's own financial affairs came under scrutiny. But the president remains unrepentant, and also keeps expressing support and admiration for those he has been forced to sack. Despite agreeing to shut down the Trump Foundation, he defiantly tweeted on Wednesday claiming that it has done great work and given away lots of money, both mine and others, to great charities over the years, with me taking no fees, rent, salaries, etc. Now, as usual, I am getting slammed by Cuomo and the Dems in a long-running civil lawsuit started by sleazebag Eric Schneiderman, who has since resigned over horrific women abuse, when I wanted to close the foundation so as not to be in conflict with politics. Shady Eric was head of New Yorkers for Clinton, and refused to even look at the corrupt Clinton Foundation, he complained. In any event, it goes on and on. We'll never be treated fairly by these people, a total double standard of justice, the president complained despite surrendering on the issue. The Trump White House was also humiliated publicly in an ongoing case in a Washington court where a judge savaged a former NSA Michael Flynn for selling out America while expressing his disdain and disgust at his conduct as part of the Trump team. Judge Emmett Sullivan virtually ordered Flynn to cooperate further with special counsel, effectively shutting up Trump, who before the hearing had tweeted out his "good luck" to a self-confessed felon who had entered a guilty plea. Trump minions suggested that Flynn had been entrapped or ambushed by FBI, so the judge gave him several chances to recant, but Flynn insisted on entering his guilty plea and denied the notion he had been entrapped, even though the White House continued to maintain he had been ambushed.